Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to qualify. Sorry about that. Qualifying for the VRL Tier 1 Championship here in Portimao, in the Algarves. Stream started a bit late. We're currently about 3 minutes into the session. As to what time, if that's wrong. That's wrong because of some issues I had with my PC deciding to update itself. So put the audio down because it's quite loud. Right. Yeah, we're here. Stream started a bit late since I had some issues with my PC deciding to randomly update when I turned it on. So anyways, we're here, Q1. Olsen in the AlphaTauri so far has the fastest lap, the number 69 car. Nice. With a time of a 1:17.460. P2, we've got Axel Corstrom provisionally, then we've got Nathan Hartog, Theodore Stonewood, who's just pitted, Tom Gitzbert, Ludwig Beresford, Tristan Kuipers, Aidan Brown, Lawrence Shelvish, who's actually setting the fastest sector 1 right now, so let's see how he's going to do on his lap. As Olsen now goes faster by 0.2 of a second than his previous time. That's the fastest sector 2. What time is he going to do? He's definitely going to get pole unless he messes up this last sector and gets a slow exit out here. And as I say that, oh, there's a very big accident in F2. One car stalled and 2 cars hit the back of it. I believe there might be a red flag, and there's 3 spinners as well. 3 cars were taken out, and as I say that, Lawrence Shelvish goes P2 with a 17.422. Just updating everybody on the F2 status. It looks, yeah, it's definitely been red flagged. 6 cars are out of the session so far. It's a massive accident back there. Axel Corstrom pitted he's on meet. Okay, that's very interesting. Let me just quickly check live timing. You know, as let's go on board with Armin Schlomer, who is sorry about that. 1 second. Armin Schlomer, who is who's a reserve driver for Tier 1 now. He's on an out lap. Let's see what time he'll be able to do. It's a massive accident. Let me see how many cars were out in that crash in F2. I'll keep updating everybody on the status. And that is an Aston Martin. That's, I believe, Nathan Hartog, who's on the side. I believe, yeah, he's spun coming out of turn 8. Turn 8. That's the one everybody hates. So yeah, Olsen has found excellent pace throughout this session so far. Oh, and the ambulance has come out onto the track. In F2. That is a serious accident. It was Porsche and Fittipaldi who were both taken out of the race. Porsche, I believe, stalled off the line, and Fittipaldi was caught up in the carnage. I believe he was the car who hit Porsche, which is so unfortunate for the French and Brazilian drivers. Anyways, back to VRL. Not much going on. We've got about 10 minutes or so left of this session. It's the yellow flag in Sector 3. That is Armin Schlomer just going slowly. But he's on the flying lap, so let's see what time he'll be able to do. He's not had any purple sectors so far. And what time is he going to do? It's a 1:17.797. That puts him up into P11. He's only 5/10 up pole position. The field spread in Tier 1 is so... there is barely any field spread in Tier 1. P1 to P13, the gap is just under a second. And that's with P40, with P50, with a lot of drivers not having done laps. Alexi Covera's in P7 is now gone fast with 1:17.231, faster than Olsen by 0.03 of a second, 0.06 of a second, shall I say? There's not much going on here. Jack Brassington's on medium compound tyres. There's the yellow flag in sector 1, that's just a Haas going out wide. Right. So yellow flag, that's a Haas going slowly. I believe that the Haas has spun. That's the Haas of that Sulwaitan. Yeah, it seems as though he has spun. Anyways, let's go on board with Jack Brassington throughout his qualifying lap on the medium compound tyres. So going through turn 4 now, it's so important to keep a tight line here because if you put the amount of block you think you should put in, it just pulls you out wide because of the elevation change of that corner. As he sets the fastest sector 1, so he's definitely nailed that. Taking turn 5 nicely as well. Now turn 6, this is just a lift and a downshift in qualifying. Turn 8, this is also so important because getting on the throttles quickly will gain you so much lap time. But getting on it, but then if you just get onto the throttle too quickly, you spin if you touch that apex. Now, taking these apexes quite nicely as well. Here, it's also important to get the just get your foot down and just go out as wide as possible without invalidating. And he goes P7 on the improving by 11 thousandths of a second. We'll soon, yeah. I have no idea what to say. Anyways, there's a lot of cars. There's quite a lot of traffic here. Two Williams are behind each other, and behind them is the Ferrari of Chernstein, who's now going slowly to get out of the way of the Haas of Dan Zuwaitan. Sorry, not Dan Zuwaitan, Axel Corstrom. And that's a car going off. That's Armin Schlomer, who's completely cut the track there in the last corner. Let's go on board with Sam Sabdami, who's on a flying lap. He will get some dirty air from the McLaren in front. I believe that's Cameron Wynn, who is also yet to set lap, but he's on an out lap. So Sam Sabdami will definitely be catching him, even though I just realised he's scrapped his lap. And yet he dives into the pit lane Tom Gitzberts is on the flying lap as well. And behind him, his teammate, Ludwig Beresford. Tom sets the fastest sector 1 now. The something car driver, I cannot remember his number. That the number 2 is the lowest available number in the game, and that's because everybody's things were recently reset, and that's a Haas. That's a Haas who spun at Stanza Weitan. Now let's go back to Tom Gitzbert. And actually, don't know what's going on. There's random yellow flags everywhere. Anyways, Tom Gitzbert is now coming up to complete his lap. He goes P3 with a 1:17.381. What a wonderful time! What an excellent time there from Tom Gitzbert. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what Axel Corstrom can do as he now approaches the end of sector 2. Actually, seems as though he scrapped his lap. Sorry about that. My voice is absolutely dead. Gitzbert is out of the session. He's retired in the pit lane, I believe. Actually, no, he's retired at the end of the pit lane. Like, he's driven into the... Actually, no, he's in his pit box. Sorry about that. People are now starting to retire, enter the pit lane, as they are making their way to do their final flying laps. My voice is absolutely dead, as Simon Casera also retires. Goes out wide there and just... Oh, Dan's Weitan's been disqualified from the session for driving the wrong way. What's happening? And we are now at the end of this qualifying session. Tristan Kuiper, sorry, set the fastest sector 2. He's now approaching. The final couple of corners. Let's see what time he'll be able to do. Will he be able to grab that position, provisional P1 from Cameron Wynn? He's looking good. He's keeping his momentum through those corners, and he improves to P3, but only 1,000th of a second behind Alexi Cavero, and just under 3 tenths, just over 3 tenths of a second from Cameron Wynn, who is on provisional, is in P1 in this Q1 session. Now we're ending, we're here at the end of Q1. Ignore the timer because that's completely wrong. Sam Sabadami is the only driver left to finish his lap. Sorry about the constant pausing. I've got F2 on my other screen. So now Sam Sabadami retires from the session. And here on the left hand side we can see Cameron Wynn, our fastest driver from this Q1 session. And the Q1 order is Cameron Wynn, Lexi Cavera, Tristan Kuipers, Axel Corstrom, Olsen, Tom Gitzpers, Lawrence Shelvish, Ida Koskinen, Nathaniel Hartog, Jack Bassington, Sam Zabadami, Togan Alban, Theodore Stonewood, Armin Schlomer, and Ludwig Beresford. The 4 drivers kicked out, who kicked out of Q1 and who don't make it into Q2 are Aidan Brown, Jonas Shannon, Simon Kusera, and Dan Zuwaitan, who got de-excused from this session. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into Q2. This session will decide who makes it into Q3 and what tyre compounds they'll be starting on. So the fastest lap, the fastest lap that they do is the lap that is the tyre that they do their fastest lap on will be the tyre that they have to start the race on. If that makes sense. I think that made sense. I mean, you probably know the rules anyways.
I'm going to take... Oh, Ollie.
Ollie, man, like Ollie's...
Never called him that. Right, Doherty on the board.
What the hell is this? Why is there like Twitch community thing on here? The hell? Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to see if chat is working or not. Edit your stream. No, that's not it. What am I doing? Yeah, to be honest, I have no idea what that's talking about, so I'll just move that right there. You can't see it. Where you cannot see it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in Q2. That's nice, Aiden. Oh, I forgot the audio was muted. Let me see what I can do about my mic. What's this do? Global settings. Oh, desktop speakers. Mic auxiliary device, microphone. Speakers. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what to do. Actually, I do, but I can't do it because I'm streaming right now. So, Eden, you just have to... Is that better, Aiden? Or anybody? You'll still hear some of the beeping. As now people are heading to start their first laps of this Q2 session. We're now heading down the start-finish straight with Armin Schlomer in the Alpine, the reserve driver, who almost got a podium in Britain, but sadly, due to an incident that happened in the final corner where he lost, I believe, 2 or 3 positions, he ended up P6. I believe, I can't remember exactly. Now we are what am I saying? Yeah, going now down towards whatever corner this is. I can never remember. That's turn 10, I believe. Turn 11 here. Turn 12. You have to brake really hard. You have to. It's a really late apex here, and if you get that apex perfectly, you can gain so much time. And because it gives you, it allows you to carry so much momentum into that corner. And allows you to just full throttle your way. I don't know if that's the word. That's the phrase to use. Through. Through the final part, which is very full throttle based. I have no idea what I just said. Anyways, Armin Schloman might have just accidentally blocked his teammate Alexi Cavero on his flying lap into turn 1. So that will definitely be looked at by race officials, the FIA, and so on. And it's a McLaren going slowly, but that doesn't matter. Axel Corstrom's on a wonderful flying lap actually. He set the fastest sector 2, now through sector 3, which is this, basically just this enormous right-hander. And you stay in the middle of the track here, and he goes fastest with a 1:16.631. That's an excellent time there from Axel Corstrom. 3 times faster than his competition, Jack Cressington, in the Red Bull car, who is on mediums as well, on softs actually. Yeah, everybody except Lawrence Shelvish and Olsen. Oh, I forgot to say Olsen's name. That's quite unfortunate, isn't it? Anyways, yeah. Oh, wait, did Olsen go? Oh, okay, that doesn't matter now. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, flag in sector 2, that's not much to worry about. Lawrence Shelvish though on the medium compound tyres sets the fastest sector 2, beating out Axel Corstrom. He may be able to get P1 in this session on the mediums. So far it looks as if though he's up on his time. He is up on his time. It's going to be a 17.413. He lost time in that final sector. He was 1.5 times up on his lap as he completely goes straight on at turn 1, and just is cutting all the corners and the grass here. Now, Roden Border from Gitzbert, who's on another flying lap. He's going down towards turn 5. He broke quite early there. Actually, I just realised he's not on a flying lap, he's on an in lap. Sam Zabdami's on a flying lap. Going down towards turn 3 now. As that's Olsen who's out of the session. He lost it in turn 4, like I said. Sam Sobdam is now rounding off the final corner. I have no idea what to say. Now rounding off the final corner, he only goes up to P12. So with his current pace that he's showing, it seems as though he won't get into Q3. As I say that, he invalidates his lap. 6 minutes 54 left to go in this session. only got 5 cars on track. We've got the McLaren of Nauban, who's just pitted. Sorry, Cameron Wynn, who's just pitted. Yeah, I was right, Holger Nauban. We've got the Mercedes of E2 Koskinen, and we also have the 2 Williams cars. We've got Tom Gisbert, who's now pitting, and we have Ludwig Beresford, that's the one. He's now on the flying lap, and he's now coming up to Lawrence Shovish, Nathan and Hartog, sorry, who gets out of his way quickly. As he has a slight lock-up going into there, that must have really affected his lap time, since he didn't hit the apex and went for a much more wider line than you should usually go for. Rounding off the final corner. He goes P10 with 117.612. He may have a chance to get into Q3, but behind him are Cameron Wynn, Tristan Kuipers, and Armin Schlomer and Sam Salbadami, who are all very fast racing drivers. And there's an update on the F2 race. Now the F2 race will resume at 18:45 local time, which is in 12 minutes, since they're just repairing the barriers now from both incidents. And cleaning up the track from any debris. Four cars on track, 4 minutes 37 left to go. There's not much going on. Anyways, whilst this is going on, actually, Cameron Winslow signed his lap, so let's go on board with him for that. Let's go on board with him. Going down the main straight, it goes down and then right and right again. It's a double right-hander right after the straight, after you basically nosedive into the tarmac going down. Now turn 3 is also quite important because it gives you that run onto turn 4, which is one of the most important corners to get right on this circuit, alongside turn 8 and turn 12. Turn 5, he missed the apex there a bit. That shouldn't have really affected his time. But we'll see. Fastest sector 1, turn 8 now. Don't tap the apex since I just repeat myself first there. Don't tap the apex since you will spin. Now turn 10, also quite important to get right, but not as important as any other not that important. Turn 12 though, this corner, it gives you that run onto the main straight since you're full throttle. Almost full throttle from here on in. Now you're full throttle all the time until the line. DRS will be open just a bit before the line. It opens right now and across the line, and he goes P3, even though he set the fastest sector 1 and 2. That's a 16.866. It's a really fast time for Cameron Wynn. Armin Schlemmer's crashed as well going into the pit lane. He's hit the wall straight on, so I believe he must have just understeered and gone straight into that wall, which is really unfortunate for Armin Schlemmer. Tristan Kuipers got the fastest sector 2. He gets that apex, but he could have been a bit more tighter into that corner. Now, rounding off the final turn now. So important to get the previous couple of corners right, and he goes P5 right behind his teammate Jack Brassington, who's just exiting the pit lane now, doing a time of Tristan Kuipers doing a time of 1:17.124, and it seems he might be doing a double push lap, and as I say that, he proves me wrong. So McLaren, that's Tolga Nauban going slowly. Don't know what he's doing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, an update. F2 race will resume at 18:45 local time. That's in 8 minutes. That's real life. The real life F2 race, feature race. That's restarting in 8 minutes after the big crash, and which means that the Formula 1 race will probably be delayed for extra repairs. This is just quick repairs. Well, not really quick repairs. Thorough but quick repairs to get the track suitable for racing again in Jeddah. "25 seconds left to go on the clock. We've got a queue of 6 cars, 7 cars actually, all rushing to get to that line before the timer gets to 0. And Nathaniel Hartog doesn't get to the line. Neither does Tom Gitzbert, or Alexi Covero, or Jack Brassington actually. It's really unfortunate. But Alexi Covero did manage it, but he invalidates on his lap. But Laurent Shelvish goes fast with 1:16.532. That's beating out Axel Corstrom. Nathaniel Hartog's in P3 with 1:16.755. Then we've got Cameron Wynn, Jack Brassington, Tristan Kuipers, Tolga Nauban. Then Theodore Stonewood, next driver to complete a lap, but sadly he won't be completing any more laps since he's invalidated. And he's just retired. Alexi Covero, next car up. He won't be doing a lap either since he's invalidated. Ethan Koskinen's invalidated as well. Samsar Abdami's already entering the pit lane. Ludwig Beresford's also invalidated. So this is the... Samsar Abdami, Ludwig Beresford, Tom Gitzbert, Armin Schlomer and Olsen are all kicked out in Q2. Kicked out in Q2 and do not make it into Q3. And everybody will be starting on the soft compound tyres in the top 10. So now we head into Q3 for the top 10 shootout, for the pole position shootout, shall I say. So here are our drivers who do not make it into Q3. Olsen had a very, very unfortunate spin. The pole had the pace to make it into Q3. He had the pace. He was confident. He was just too overconfident and sadly got onto the throttle too early, touched the curb and spun backwards on the entry of turn 4. So he won't be making it into Q3. Schlomer had the similar accident. He went straight on into the pit wall when entering the pit lane. Tom Gitzbert just didn't have the pace today, sadly. Well, had the pace but didn't make it to the line in time. Samsar Dami, he was the one who didn't have pace. And Ludwig Beresford also another one caught out with the times. Also another update on F2. The remaining race distance will be 20 minutes plus 1 lap, not the original 28 laps that day. Yeah. Anyways, Q3, we'll be waiting on all the drivers. The Mercedes of Theodore Stonewood's getting ready to leave. So is the Red Bull of Jack Brassington. they came out parallel. Jack Baston will be the first driver to set lap time. He is the first driver in front of the queue of 10 drivers awaiting us. Sorry, yeah, the whole queue of 10 drivers. And I believe it is supposed to rain in the race. We just got one of the team representatives at Mercedes to tell us that. That representative is the one and only Theodore Stonewood, whose name I still haven't updated, which is really bugging me. Yeah. Jack Preston sets the fastest sector 1. He's already down at turn 5, whilst the drivers who were actually who were just under 2 seconds behind him were just entering turn 4. So they had a whole straight behind him. Now turn 8, he takes that. He has a lot of oversteer on that exit as there's a Mercedes that is Ethan Koskinen cutting. That's not Ethan Koskinen, that's Theodore Stonewood to cut the track. Jack Bassington now going into turn 12. Turn 11, sorry, got a bit of oversteer in turn 10. Turn 12 could have cut the apex a bit more and gave him a better line through there, but still looked quite nice. Now, Brown got the final 2 corners. What time will it be for him? Will it be a sub 17 lap time, which it is. It's a 16.691. That's an excellent time there from Jack Brassington. Absolute beautiful lap. However, I feel like it could have been a bit more improved. So we'll see. Okay. Now Alexei Kaveric behind him with another sub 16 lap time. It's a 1:16.935 for him. Theodore Stonewood didn't set lap time even though he was the third car out. He actually had a bit of a corner cut. Ethan Koskinen P4 behind Alexei Kaveric has just been demoted down into P3 by Axel Corstrom, who gets faster lap than him by 15 thousandths of a second. And it will be half points awarded, and that's a spin for Axel Corstrom, losing it out of turn 8, losing it into turn 8. And what did I say? Get on that curb, the inside or outside curb, they're both deadly. And it's just been confirmed that the sprint, feature race will award half points in F2. So that is quite the disappointment for the drivers there. Tristan Kuipers P5 with 1:31.622, not the sub 16 lap time he was looking for, but still a terrible, still a, there's improvement, there's room for improvement there, by about 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds, sorry. And as I say that, he's improving his lap time. He's gonna go P nothing, because he did improve his lap time to 1:17.210, but not fast enough to beat Ipu Koskinen, Alexi Cavero, Axel Corstrom, or Lauren Shelvish, or even his teammate, who still maintains that provisional pole position in Q3 so far. Let's watch Lauren Shelvish. Let's watch Cameron Wynn, who's now about to start his flying lap. He is now going through turn 12. Five minutes 22 remaining. He's going through the final corner onto the main straight, 8th gear. ERS deploying already. DRS wide open. Let's go through this lap together. Breaking down into turn 1. It's just 2 downshifts and a light. Just hold the brake for a couple meters and then 2 downshifts. Turn 2 was taken quite well as well. Turn 3 not going out too wide, but could have been a bit less conservative. Now down into turn 5, looking pretty good there, kind of the apex, but could have gone onto the throttle a bit more earlier. Turn 8, let's see what he does through here. Almost losing it. The car felt like you could see by his steering inputs there. Now going into turn 10. This is a this isn't a straight braking zone. It's a braking zone whilst going right. He gets the fastest sector 2. Turn 12 also looks pretty good. He gets the apex, and now it's just full throttle before breaking down here, getting onto the apex and getting onto the throttle as early as possible. And it's just keep that car turning, because if you don't, carry on straight and you will be either in the gravel trap or have your lap invalidated. He didn't go out too wide, but he's out of ERS by the end of the lap, and he goes P3 with 1:16.792. Next car across the line will be the other McLaren, the McLaren of Togan Alban. Who goes P6 with a 17.090. There is room for improvement there. He could get into those 16s, but it's just a matter of finding where he can go into those 1:16s, where he can improve to get that better lap time. And then in the hard talk, he's on the flying lap. His fastest lap time is a 1:38.132. So obviously he needs to improve in every corner, even on straights. And that's probably because I believe he's had a trip to the gravel. You can see by his car, it's a bit covered in sand. As he scraps the lap and is deciding go. Now trying to get behind that house of Axel Corstrom, who's also on that lap. However, Nathan was on a cooldown lap. Lauren Shelvish is on a flying lap. He's going down in turn 5. He locks up. That's definitely lost him some time, since it's not possible for him to get onto the power earlier because he had to get on power a bit later. 2 minutes 2 remaining of this session. I've got a blocked nose, so you will be hearing not a lot of sniffing from my end. He locks up again going to turn 12, but that shouldn't have affected him too much. He got the apex. Just sorry about that. I just choked on something. Probably air. Anyways, rounding off the final corner. Going into 8th gear now. He's got 30% ERS remaining. Then he goes fastest with a 16.452. That's a really, really fast lap there from Lawrence Shelvish. Over nearly 3 times faster than his closest rival. Sorry, 3 times faster than P3. And almost 2.5 times faster than his nearest rival, Jack Brassington. And it's a shootout for pole. Will Jack Brassington be able to beat Lawrence Shelvish his time? Jack Brassington's got the fastest sector 2. Will Brassington get the fastest sector 3? But Cameron Wynn gets a 5-place grid penalty for a severe collision with Lawrence Shelvish. So that means if he doesn't improve, that will definitely have to be reported to the stewards before the race even starts, because the lobby will have to be restarted if that does happen. As Jack Brassington goes faster, but doesn't go fastest. He's 4 thousandths of a second behind Lawrence Shelvish. Lawrence Shelvish to the 16.452. Jack Brassington with a 16.456. And there's a McLaren. Let's go on board. Let's see what's happened to the Ika Koskinen. He's just lost it into turn 2. Must have just gone onto the curb, gone onto the power too much, and just drifted across and hit that barrier. Really unfortunate. 1 second left, so the drivers are now on their final laps. Tristan Kuipers didn't make it to the line, so Tristan Kuipers stays P9, retiring from the session. It's not the result he expected. Next across the line is Axel Corstrom. He goes into the pit lane. Then we've got the Aston Martin of Nathan and Hartog. He goes he will probably stay P10, but we will see. No, he goes P4 with a 16.827. However, he will be promoted up into P3 since Cameron Wynn has a 5-place grid penalty. But we will see if that has to get, if that will be reported, and the lobby will be restarted. Jack Brassington's now across the line, and will he go pole? No, he doesn't. He goes slower, and Lawrence Shelvish gets pole position with a wonderful time, with a wonderful lap, with an excellent time of 1:16.452 here in Portimao in the Portuguese Algarves. So that's Q3 ended. Yeah, that's Q3. So here is our final qualifying order, not our race starting grid. Since, again, remember, Cameron Wynn has that 5-place grid penalty. So Lawrence Shelvish will be on pole. Next, alongside him, will be Jack Brassington. Then it's Cameron Wynn, who is P3. This is the qualifying order, not the starting grid. So that means Cameron Wynn is P3 in qualifying. However, he will be starting P8 in the race. Next across the line, we've got Nathan and Hartog, who's P4, but will be starting P3. Behind him, I believe it was behind him. Yes, behind him is Axel Corstrom. He's qualified P5, but he will be promoted up into P4. Alexi Covero, qualified P6, will be starting P5. Tolgan Alban, qualified P7, will be starting P6. Theodore Stonewood, qualified P8, will be starting P7. And Cameron Wynn will be starting P8. And behind him on the starting grid, we've got Ita Koskinen, who qualified P9. And Tristan Kuipers in the Red Bull, the Tier 1, Season 1 champion. With a result he didn't want. Anyways, now let's get into the race. Let's get into the race now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and there's been a big crash in F2 as well. That is Samaya and Ralph Boschung. I believe that is. Actually, no, that could be Caldwell. And drivers are coming into the pit lane, but the thing is, they're not allowed to have their mandatory stop on the safety car. Anyways, it's raining here in the Algarves. So, yeah. Waiting for all the players to load in. Oh, sorry about that. Load in and select their strategies. Jack Baston's has had some problems with the session. Everybody's leaving. What's going on? And it's been red flagged. The race has been red flagged in F2. So that's... Yes, that's Caldwell and Samaya both out of the race in F2. And I think we might have a new lobby. Right, ladies and gentlemen, ignore everything that is said about the... ignore every single thing that is said about the... 5-place grid penalty. That's getting removed and the lobby is being restarted. And the race in F2 has been red flagged again with 8 minutes left. So what's happened here? Oh, so Ollie Caldwell lost it going into turn 13, no, 17. That's the fast left-right hander where you have to just dab on the brakes. Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a lobby restart, so I'll tell you about it later. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now here underway for the race formation lap, and also we've just got confirmation from we've just had confirmation from the F2 race that Teo Porcher is okay, but unfortunately Enzo Fittipaldi has been taken to hospital with severe injuries to his legs after the enormous accident in the feature race. So anyways, we're here on formation lap. They're now approaching sector 3. Lawrence Shelvish leading us, of course, after that wonderful qualifying performance. And also, Cameron Wynn has gotten his 5-place grid penalty removed, since it wasn't his fault that he got it. He was brake checked on the straight down into turn 5. So obviously the order's been adjusted to do that, to accompany that. Anyways, we're now here. The drivers are forming up on the grid now. Lawrence Shelvis, first driver. Final drivers are now forming up. The final driver to line up is the Mercedes of Theodore Stonewood. And there we see him in the background. That was the Haas on the left-hand side, the Mercedes on the right-hand side. Anyways, we're now ready to race in Portugal. So it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're racing in Portimao. There's no stallers on the grid. That's a good... that's quite good. However, Jack Preston's got a good start. It's 3 wide at the back of the grid. It's a Mercedes Williams, a red wide at the back. That's Tristan Kuipers. However, Jack Preston and Lawrence Shelvis are fighting really hard. It seems to be clean. No yellow flags so far. Actually, I'm wrong. There's Jonas Shannon. He's been spun out in the back of the grid. Lawrence Shelvis and Jack Preston are still side by side. Jack Preston's been pushed out wide onto the track, down the straight, and they're still fighting. Jack Preston pulls out to the inside, going to turn 5, then gets past Lawrence Shelvish, but he won't have the exit speed because and traction. Lawrence Shelvish will get that because he's on the he took the racing line. Now he's gotten past into turn 8, looking pretty good through there. Gets a lot of oversteer. Jack Preston's pulling at is now trying to go round the outside. Gonna go have the inside line into turn 10. If they were still side by side. Which they are not. Danzel Waitham's also been spun out at the back of the grid. And the Alpine of Alexi Covero and the Williams of Ludwig Beresford are fighting as well. Fighting quite hard. Austin's also got a run on Armin Schlemmer. Is he gonna make the move in turn 1? He's got the run as Lawrence Shelvish sets the fastest lap. He's in the slipstream. He's got the ERS. He's gonna try to get past as fast as possible, since he does have that speed advantage over the next couple of cars. As Danzel Wethan's making the move down the inside on Aidan Brown. They're still side by side, but Danzel Wethan's gonna try go round the outside into turn 4. They almost touch. It was very close though. But Aidan Brown's not giving up, and he goes down the inside and he takes out Jonas Shaneham. Aidan Brown's taken now, completely taken out Jonas Shaneham and broken his both of their front wings. That will definitely be investigated by the stewards. And Lexi Cabrera is now going to try, was trying to go around the outside of Ludwig Beresford, but maybe he's going to try and make the move down into turn 1. Down into turn 1 down the straight. But he gets a much worse exit than Ludwig Beresford, but he will have that, will have his slipstream. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3. That's Olsen who's out. Olsen spun. He's there on the left-hand side. He's lost it completely going through this corner. Jonas James now pitting, and there might be a safety car. That's a massive crash for Olsen. Quite surprised that wasn't a safety car actually. But it was out of the way, so it makes sense. Tom Gitzbert is now challenging. Oh, and that's Dan Zuwaitan out of the race, and that's Simon Cusero as well. Ghosted next to it. Simon Cusero's ghosted next to him as well. They touched. I think that may have been Dan Zuwaitan's fault. He was behind Simon Cusero, and I believe he might have been going for an opportunistic move that didn't exist, and the safety car's been deployed. Sorry, they said the wrong thing. Actually, pressed the wrong thing. Lap 4 of 33 here at the Portimao circuit. We're on safety car conditions after Dan Zuwaitan and Simon Cusero had quite a big shunt. Simon Cusero. Cusero seems to be okay. He's still driving. He did lose his front wing, however he did pit, and also that brought out a safety car. Dan Zuwaitan, wasn't as lucky, and he has DNF'd on the spot. That's the reason for the safety car if you're just tuning in now. Most cars are behind the safety car now. We're just waiting for the 5 cars who aren't. Those are Tristan Kuipers, Theodore Stonewood, Simon Cusera, Jonas Shaneham, and Aidan Brown. Jonas Shaneham and Aidan Brown also had a bit of a incident. Aidan Brown missed his braking point going down in turn 5 and had nowhere to go. Because he would have hit the back of Theodore Stonewood, I believe it was. Would have hit the back of Theodore Stonewood, so he pulled out to the inside and had to hit Jonas Shaneham, giving both of them damage to their front wings. Oh, what's happening now? Safety car is probably going to be in this lap. We're just waiting on Aidan Brown to reach the back of the safety car queue. Yeah, safety car will definitely be in this lap. Hopefully. And it isn't. Yes, it is. Safety car is in this lap. So, let's get ready for this restart. Seems like it's going to be a messy one, but we will see. Lawrence Shelvish leaving enough gap between himself and the safety car, backing up the field, warming up his tyres. As he does that, let's get ready. And he decides to go. Now, and he goes now. Some overtaking going on in the back of the field. I don't know how that, some overtaking going on in the back of the field. I don't know how that's possible. It was still yellow flag conditions. Something's happened to Sam Zabdami. He's been overtaken by about 6 people. Looks like a great, so far it seems to be a clean restart. There is some battling. However, what's happening here? Armin Schlemmer's going around the outside of Ludwig Beresford. He's trying now, he's looking for more positions. Ludwig Beresford is now fighting back. He tried to go down the inside Alexi Cavero, his teammate. Reserve teammate person, since he doesn't have a full-time drive, since he elected to be a reserve. Ito Koskinen and Tolga Alban are fighting it out. Ito Koskinen will have the inside line for turn 8. He will try to push Tolga Alban out and make him cede the position, which he would have successfully done by now. Yes, he does it now. Ludwig Beresford's fighting against Armin Schlomer now, and that's Tristan Kuipers going past Armin Schlomer, going for the gap that didn't exist from our angle, but did exist. He now goes down the inside in turn 12, getting past Armin Schlomer, but no, they're still side by side. Armin Schlomer's defending for his life, and he's got the inside line, so he won't get the best exit, but he will. He will be able to defend against Tristan Kuipers. Down into turn 1. And he lives another day. And as I say that, he won't live another day. As Jonas Shaneham One person who won't live another day is shown as Shayna, and virtual safety cars being deployed. So everybody has to slow down 40% of their pace. It's only lap 8 of 33 here at here in Portimao. The rain is starting to ease up now. As you can see, the track's drying out, but the rain is still falling heavily. Not that heavily, but just showering over us. And Lawrence Shelvis has a drive-through penalty. The leader of the race has a drive-through penalty. This will affect his race so much, and will definitely gift the lead to somebody else, since it's about 36 seconds lost here at 32 seconds, sorry, lost here in Portimao after a pit stop. So he will lose his lead if he serves it if he has to serve it within 3 laps. So that means he will drop down to P16 if he serves it within the next couple of laps. Axel Corstrom's challenging Nathan and Hartog as well in turn 5. Corstrom's getting increasingly close to Den Hartog. He's got much better entry speed than Hartog, and he keeps getting closer. But because of the lack of traction Hartog has, he has to slow down on the exits, and that's what's losing him time and not giving him the option to overtake. We'll get back to that later. Alexi Caveira is also getting very close to Tom Gitzbert, as Lawrence Shelvish now sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.045. Alexi Caveira's up against the pit wall. Tom Gitzbert was as well pulling him along in his Gitzbert's pulling Caveira along in his slipstream. He's trying to make sure there is absolutely no possibility Caveira can overtake him, but it's not working out so far, since Caveira is gaining so much, is gaining quite a lot of time on him on the straights. You can see that Caveira is much faster than Tom in the first sector. And actually, as I say that, Corstrom's literally touching the back. Was basically touching the gearbox of Nathan and Hartog's car. He will be able to make, probably be able to make the move next lap, as Lawrence Shelvish is now going into the pit lane service drive-through penalty. So he will have his work cut out for him. As Alexi Caveira's going past Tom Gitzbert, but no, they're still side by side going in turn 4. Alexi Caveira's got the runner on Tom Gitzbert. Will he be able to go down the inside of him, down in turn 5. No, he's gonna go switch where he is on track and go around the outside, but doesn't have enough traction. He knows Tom is definitely much faster than him in this upcoming section, so he must be thinking, where is the next place he can overtake? Where is he faster? And it looks like he's only faster in the first sector. He loses a bit of time each lap to Tom Gitzberts in the second sector. However, in sector 3, they're basically equal. So he'll be thinking, what if I try push myself more in sector 3? And as I say that, he does exactly that. Try and do what Senna did. Fast in, fast out. Not slow in, fast out. Fast in, fast out. Very difficult way of driving to master. But it's very, very fast. Because you keep your whole, keep all of your momentum. And now he's gonna... He can't make it down into, make the move in turn 1. But he might be able to make the move down into turn 3. Sadly, he is not able, as Aiden Brown and Sam Zabdami are still battling, the two teammates. Aiden Brown has to, Sam Zabdami has to go off track to avoid making contact with with Aiden Brown. And they're still side by side. And now Aiden Brown's going to go down the inside and Sam Zabdami push him out. So he has no chance of overtaking. But Aiden Brown gets a bit of a sluggish exit. So Sam Zabdami is still trying to make that, trying to get back his position. But so far it seems as though he's just too far back to do it. And now Tristan Kuipers is trying to go for the move on Theodore Stonewood. He was side by side going through turns 9 and 10. But now he's just, he's lost a bit of time there. He goes down the inside in turn 12, going for that gap that Theodore Stonewood thought was closed off already. Gonna go for another gap. Theodore Stonewood positioning his car a bit incorrectly. He put it away, positioned his car where he thought Tristan Kuipers wouldn't go for a gap. But Tristan Kuipers, the Season 1 champion, goes for the gap, even when it doesn't exist. As Axel Corstrom's now going past Nathan and the Hot Dog, they're still they were side by side. Alexi Cavero's going past Tom Gitzberts, and he's just gotten past. Tom Gitzberts is fighting back in turn 4 and down the straight, but he doesn't have the speed. He's deploying all of his ERS to keep that 7th position, but it seems as though he just doesn't have the pace right now. And now Lawrence Shelvish is also getting very close to the battle of between Sam Zabdami and Aiden Brown. He's looking down the inside of Sam Zabdami. Sam Zabdami goes very wide out of that corner, and Lawrence and Shelvish gets a very large snap of oversteer through there. And Lawrence Shelvish gets an excellent exit out of the last corner. He's got the run on Sam Zabdami. He's deploying all of his ERS. Is he going to try and make the move on Sam Zabdami? He's trying to make the move on Aiden Brown. Yes, he is. He's going to go down the inside into turn 1, hoping that they don't make contact. Sam Zabdami leaves a lot of room. Very respectful racing. Now, next, Shelvish's next target is Brown, who he will probably try overtake into turn 5. Too far back. Maybe turn 8. Maybe turn 8 will be the place. He knows that many drivers are scared to take that corner at a reasonable pace because of the fear of spinning. And look how much time he just gains on Aiden Brown just through there. About 3 temps as Aiden Brown gets a snap of oversteer, gain onto a wet patch and gets past easily. But not for, he's not in front for long. Aiden Brown's still fighting back. He goes that, he's on the inside line for turn 10. He allows Shelvish to pass finally. But is he going to try overtake him into, try get his position back in turn 12? He goes for a gap as Lawrence Shelvish locks up. He makes the mistake. He's now side by side with Lawrence Shelvish. Lawrence Shelvish breaks a bit early. Aiden Brown has to take a much wider line through that corner. He won't get the better exit. Lawrence Shelvish has secured that position. But maybe Aiden Brown will be able to fight that position back. Fight for that position again with his slipstream and DRS. And it seems like that won't happen. As Theodore Stonewood's going to go round the was trying to go round the outside of Armin Schlomer, but no, he now does this, tries to do a switchback, but he's just, he was too far back and didn't have the traction to aid him with that. So now, he's looking for another place to overtake. He gets a bit of oversteer there. Has to correct. Sorry about that. He won't get close enough to Armin Schlomer this lap, but Ludwig Beresford is still challenging his teammate Tom Gitzbert. He's still trying to make the move. Is he going to go for the move down the inside in turn 1? No, he isn't, but maybe turn 3 will be his place. Or even turn 5. Turn 5 is a really strong spot for Ludwig Beresford. And Alexi Clavera. As this yellow flag in sector 1, that's Theodore Stonewood who's spun on the curb. Touching the gravel, I believe. As Aiden Brown and Sam Sabadami's all got Sam Sabadami have all gone past Theodore Stonewood. And that's Theodore Stonewood who's spun again. Oh wait, no, that's not Theodore Stonewood. That's Eetu Koskinen, who's lost his front wing into turn 10. It's lap 16 off 33. And Jack Brassington's getting increasingly close to Cameron Wynn, the current leader. As Lawrence Shelvish is going past Eetu Koskinen, who's lost his front wing. On the left hand side you can see the penalties. Cameron Gwynn and Jack Brassington both have 3 seconds, but Axel Corstrom behind them has no penalties. If he maintains this, he will if he maintains this gap, he will win the race. Jack Brassington will come home third and Cameron Gwynn will be second. Ludwig Beresford's very close now to Tom Gitzbert. He's deploying all of his ERS. He's going to go to the left-hand side, and he's going to try go round the outside into turn 1. Move done. They leave each other space. Once again, very respectful racing here in Tier 1. And now Armin Schlomer's also going to try go for the move down in turn 3. But is he going to make it stick? No, he isn't. Tom Gitzberts cuts across Armin Schlomer after getting a massive snap of oversteer on the exit of turn 3. So now, Simon Caceres going past Sam Zabadami, going down the inside in turn 12. That's Weaving gone straight for Aidan Brown. That might be a black and white flag for him. Or just a warning with some penalty points. And as I say that, Jack Braston's gotten very close to Cameron Wynn now. And Axel Corstrom's gotten very close to Jack Brassington. I keep losing my voice. Sam Zabadami's going past Simon Kucera again. Oh, as Simon Kucera goes off track and hits a bollard. He must have had a small spin there. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much going on except an excellent battle for the lead. Jack Weston getting very close to Cameron Wynn now. But he's lost that time through the exit of turn 8. Cameron Wynn seems to have more confidence through those low grip corners. And Jack Brassington gains. Jack Brassington cancels that out through the low speed corners. Sorry, high speed low grip. That's how his setup is. Anyways, that's E2 Koskinen who spun into turn 3. And Sam Zabadami is now also getting very close to his teammate Aidan Brown. Had a bit of a sneeze there. Right. Tristan Kuipers, Lawrence Shelvish, Tristan Kuipers, Armin Schlomer, Tom Gitzberts, and Ludwig Beresford are all fighting out for that position as Cameron Wynn's going past, Jack Preston's going past Cameron Wynn, who's gone out wide in turn 5. Now Cameron Wynn's fighting to get past Jack Brassington. Something's happened here, and we don't know what. As Tristan Kuipers gets past Armin Schlemmer, who goes off track, but Armin Schlemmer comes back onto the track. And Axel Corstrom's now getting... now Axel Corstrom's gaining on Cameron Wynn, who seems to have some kind of damage. I think he must have just spun had a bit of a moment. And there's a yellow flag that someone's spinning. That's the Aston Martin of Nathan and the Hot Dog, who's in the grass. And Alexi Cavera gets past him as well. Togan Alba gets up into P4. He's now chasing down Axel Corstrom. And who is the only drive. Hold on, how many drivers are there? There's only 7 drivers out of the 16 who do not have penalties. So we will see some promotion. Some people getting promoted up. Now Sam Zabadami is getting very close to Aidan Brown, his teammate. These two have had a wonderful battle all race long. And that's Armin Schlemmer going off track again at the same place. He's got Tristan Kuipers going past him, but Armin Schlemmer just cuts back across. And Tristan Kuipers hits the back of Armin Schlemmer. And Aidan Brown and Sam Zabadami are still fighting back. Aidan Brown is now the lead car. And that's Simon Kucera having a ginormous moment coming out of turn 5. They touch, the two teammates touch. They're so close together. Aidan Brown gets pushed onto the curb. He has to cut some of the grass. And they're still side by side through turn 8. Sam Zabadami gets the better exit out of turn 8. But Aidan Brown is still fighting. He's deploying his ERS. They're fighting for P12 and P13. And Lawrence Shelvis now also gets past Tristan Kuipers. But that's not as important as this battle. Sam Zabadami and Aidan Brown. Sam Zabadami keeps his position by going staying around the outside of Aidan Brown, who tried to go down the inside into turn 12, and Axel Corstrom's going past Cameron Wynn. But this battle is the most entertaining thing this race. And sadly, Aidan Brown's now dropped back. He's 7 tenths back from his teammate. Tristan Kuipers is now looking to get past Lawrence Shelvish. And Ludwig Beresford's looking to get past that, and then Hot Dog, he tried to look down the inside. He goes for a gap that exists but doesn't have the traction, and the tracks, it stopped draining. So they will be pitting for the brand new softs or mediums actually this race, since look, the track's completely dry. It stopped draining. So it's whoever pits first will be the driver who probably will overtake the drivers in front. What did I just say? I have no idea what I just said. Driver who pits first will probably be the fastest man on track when they pit. As Ludwig Beresford and Nathan and Hot Dog touch, they touch, and that's Nathan and Hot Dog getting some kind of damage. He gets end plate damage there from that instant between him and Ludwig Beresford. I don't understand why why none of the drivers are pitting. It's crossover point. It's not even wet anymore. Nathan Hot Dog is gonna get his wing changed, and hopefully he doesn't go on any intermediate tires. He needs to go on dry tires, since it's not wet. It's completely dry. There's a dry line around the whole circuit. Sam Zabadami and Aidan Brown are both pitting. The Alfa Romeos are double stacking, as Armin Schlemmer's gotten past Tristan Kuipers, who tried to overtake him into turn 3. And Tristan Kuipers going to go round the outside. Is he going to make it stick? They're still side by side. Tristan Kuipers has got a better traction, as Armin Schlemmer gets a moment of overstay on the exit. Tristan Kuipers is still fighting for that P9 position with the Tier 1 rookie Armin Schlemmer. Nathan and Hot Dog, Sam Zabadami, Aidan Brown and Iti Koskinen are all on soft compound tyres. 8 laps left to go in this race. There's an excellent midfield battle going on this race as Theodore Stonewood's going past Sam Zabadami. What? I think Sam Zabadami's in AI mode. Oh, now he's back. As Lawrence Shelvish is gonna try go round the outside in turn 3 gonna go round the outside of Tom Ginsberg in turn 3. He doesn't make the move stick. Tom is defending for his life against the man who was leading the race. And the man who was leading the race is now gonna go round the outside. No! He gets Tom's defending, but Lawrence Shelvish gets a massive moment of oversteer there. Coming out of turn 5, now turn 6, 7 and 8. Very tricky part to get right, but if you get it right, like Lawrence Shelvish just did, you will be set up, you'll be perfectly set for the next couple of corners. And there's a yellow flag in sector 1, that is the Aston Martin of Nathan and Hardog spinning into turn 2. Sam Zabdami now gets past him. As Lawrence Shelvish is now going to try go, going to pull out to the left. He's going to try go round the outside into turn 1. Is he gonna make the move? Yes, he is, but he goes off track. He may have to give back the position to the driver. I forgot which driver, but now Aiden Brown is being glapped after he spun. And there's another driver, that's Nathan and Hartog in the gravel, and that's Tristan Kuiper's pitting as well. As Sam Zabdami is going past Nathan and Hartog, who's struggling with grip. And Nathan's going to go down the inside in turn 1, but he has to brake really early. These drivers' setups are not suited for these conditions. These are like Turkey 2020 conditions. As Tristan Kuiper's going past. That's going past Theodore Stonewood. Somehow. As they say, the yellow flag to Aiden Brown, who's DNF. As Lawrence Shelvish is pitting as well, and the safety car's out. Let's see what's happened to Aiden Brown. I believe he might have hit the pit entry wall. Yes, he has. There we see some debris of his car. He's just understeered into the wall. Most drivers are now going on to soft compound tyres. I believe DRS has been enabled by race officials. That's the word. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 5 laps left on this. 5 laps left of this race. As Theodore Stoneman now gets a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Simon Cusera's up into P5. My word. He's got 6 seconds of penalties. So Air Simon might actually get points because there's 3 laps left of this race. Basically 3 laps, sorry. Well, 2 laps, but the same thing. Oh, and someone's just driven into the safety car. So the race might end on the safety car. Actually, no, when we'll have 2 laps left of the action. It seems like... Actually, no, it might end on the safety car because we've got a car who's got 1 whole lap. 1 whole lap, so yeah. So we'll have 1 lap left of racing. Theodore Stenler's got another 5-second penalty and he's been disqualified. What's happened to Theodore? I think his AI might have just killed itself. As Sam Zabdabi's got a drive-through penalty! Oh no! Anyways. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered that telemetry stuff. Yeah, it seems the race will be ended on the safety car. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the safety car restart. What? Is the safety car in the slap? No, surely not. It's not in the slap. Is it? Oh, it is in the slap. I've completely missed that. Right. When that Jack Braston decides to go now, Cameron wins behind him. Tolga Alban's in P3, and Axel Corstrom's trying to get past Tolga Alban, who got him on the restart, napping. Simon Kucera's into P5, and Tolga Alban's been overtaken by Axel Corstrom. Alexi Cavera's going past Ludwig Beresford, and they touched. And now Ludwig Beresford's going to go down the inside of Simon Kucera into turn 3. Simon Kucera gets a lot of oversteer there. And hits Ludwig Beresford, and he loses it. It's 3 wide going down the straight. It's Jack Braston, then Tristan Kuipers, and Lawrence Selvish going 3 wide. There's damage. There's a lot of damage. The lap car of Ethan Kosklin's getting into the way of quite a lot of people, it seems as though. Ludwig Beresford's gone past Tolga Alban, or has he? Yes, now finally he has, as Tolga Alban is on the intermediate compound of tyres. And now Armin Schlomer's got a 5-place penalty for a severe collision with Tom Gitzbert, and he also got another one for going off track and gaining a position. It's absolute carnage here. Oh, and that's Tolga Alban going into the Red Bull. Completely T-boning the Red Bull, and then losing it and going into the Williams of Ludwig Beresford. So far, Axel Korstrom's in the lead. Ludwig Beresford's P3 and Jack Braston's in P2. What's happened here? As Lawrence Selvish is now up into P6. Cameron is about to overtake Tristan Kuipers. As Armin Schlomer's going past Tom Gitzbert, and Sam Zabdami's going past them. And now Jack Braston gets another 3-second time penalty. My mouth hurts from speaking. And Jack Braston tried to overtake Alexi Cavero. He's made the wrong choice. He's on the intermediate compound of tyres. Jack Braston and Cameron Wynn, they've lost so much positions in just a lap. They're on intermediates in dry conditions. This is so unfortunate for them. And now Armin Schlomer's going past Cameron Wynn, and he's now about to overtake Jack Brassington. He's gained about a second on both of the cars in about 2 corners. That's the difference these compounds make. As Lawrence Selvish is now trying to go around the outside of Tristan Kuipers for P4. But he's not going to make the move there. Is he going to make the move here? No, he isn't. As Sam Zabdami's now also going past Jack Brassington. Lawrence Selvish has 6 seconds worth of penalties. And DRS has now finally been enabled. It's a bit late. Axel Corstrom sets the new fast lap of 1:20.006. And now Tristan Kuipers looking to go down the inside of Alexi Cavero. No, and Lawrence Selvish rear ends Alexi Cavero, and Sam Zabdami's also been disqualified. Lawrence Selvish misses his braking point. Tries to follow Tristan Kuipers through, but Alexi Cavero just tries to close the door, and he loses his front wing. He had a chance to get on the podium or even win going from P1 to P16 and back into a podium fighting position. Armin Schlomer now gets past him. Armin Schlomer's up into P5. Tom Gitzbert also gets past Jack Brassington. And ladies and gentlemen, Axel Corstrom for Haas wins the Portuguese Grand Prix here in the beautiful Algarves. He's driven wonderfully today. Axel Corstrom. And behind him, Tristan Kuipers comes home P2. Ludwig Beresford P3. Then we have Alexi Cavero, Lawrence Selvish, Armin Schlomer, Cameron Wynn, Jack Brassington, Tom Gitzberts. It seems like it's going to be Tolga Alban, Simon Kusera, Nathan and Hartog, and Simon Kusera spun. Nathan and Hartog, and then Eetu Koskinen, who's a lap down, even on the safety car. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Actually, we're not done with the race yet. We're waiting for Nathan and Hartog to cross the line. And for Aston Martin, Nathan and Hartog crosses the line, P12. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's VRL Tier 1 race with questionable racing. Our favourite questionable racing. That's why we're a league for questionable racing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching. On behalf of, after the podium celebration, of course, here are our top 3 finishers. Congratulations to Axel Corstrom, he really deserves this win. Drive, wonderful drive from him. And then P2 we have Tristan Kuipers, and P3 we have Ludwig Beresford. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, here is the final finishing order. On the left hand side you can see the winner, our winner, Axel Corstrom. Behind him in P2 we've got Tristan Kuipers, and P3 Ludwig Beresford for Williams. P4 we've got Alexi Cavero, then behind him Lawrence Shelvish, then Armin Schlomer, Cameron Wynn, Jack Brassington, Tom Gitzberts, Tolga Alban for McLaren. Then we have the non-point finishers. We've got Simon Kusera, Nathan and Hartog, Eetu Koskinen. He's the final finisher of the race. And then for the non-finishers we've got Aidan Brown, Jonas Shanum, Dan Suetan, Olsen, Sam Zabdami, and finally Theodore Stonewood. Sam Zabdami and Theodore Stonewood, I believe, both were... No, just Sam Zabdami. Sam Zabdami was disqualified from the session for too many penalties. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you want to see the full race results with the post-race penalties applied, please remember to join the Discord server, which is linked down in the description of the stream. So have a wonderful rest of your day.